right-hander, and here's the tricky left, hard on the brakes. Hakim didn't make a good job of it yesterday, Brad.
Oh, he's down! He's taking a break with him! Oh my goodness!
They're both of them down, and they're scrambling to try. He's coming around. I think now he's going to be starting his last lap, just that nut, and he doesn't have any kind of slide at all. He's out onto the start and finish and starts his last. Featuring things very much last year, but he switched it up a gear this year, and as you say, in front of the home fans, he could have done a real good job today.
And I'll give a shout out to David Da Costa as well, home race for that Frenchman as well. Starting for the fourth row, Guillaume Plonk from Carpush and Mounsey. Good finish from Sully yesterday. Massive on row 5. Row 6 is Da Costa, Monagnani and Tassini. Agostinelli, Alejandro Fernandez and Jurien van Krooten down in row 6.
We've got 13 laps of Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup action, and they're away. No wheel spin off the line. A good start from Hakim Danish. Not quite so, but behind him is already Brian Uriarte. The 7 is there of Beny Fernandez. But it is the 13 that leads around the right-hander. And here's the tricky left, hard on the brakes. Hakim didn't make a good job of it yesterday, Brad.
Oh, he's down! He's taking a break with him! Oh my goodness!
They're both of them down. And they're scrambling to try and pick the bikes up. Brian Uriarte to 51. 13, of course, is Hakim Danish. Hakim it was that went down, took out Brian Uriarte. Well, that has changed the race completely. It could well have changed the championship.
Two were the only riders that went down the side. Brian can't get it going. He's down out again. So through no fault of his own, Brian Uriarte has been taken out of 2 races. Having said that, I was going to point out he was going around the outside. I thought that's a bit risky. He's out of Joel Pons then, so there he is coming down the back straight. Danish got it going. I mean, poor Brian Uriarte, you have to say that is rotten luck for him, but you are taking a risk going around the out 3. Here's what happened, Peter. Look at this. Brian around the outside, he's almost got the move done, and Hakim...
Yeah, I mean, did Hakim actually feel that Brian was squeezing him a little bit? I mean, we have to speak to Hakim. It's Hakim, he's always got the bike up and he's going
before
again.
Brian's bike has even stopped sliding, Hakim's
dear.
already got back. Oh, well, there we go. I mean, this is what it's like, Peter. You just can't guarantee anything in Rookies Cup, can you? As we look at the 72, is that David Da Costa? We see his championship lead a bit over the likes of Brian Uriarte, but with Thompson there in second place at the moment, yeah, you just never know, do you? I mean, it is the championship as it stands is Danish from Uriarte and Carter Thompson. So Carter would actually make some pretty big inroads on Danish. He could well find himself at the top of the standings come the end of this one. But Beny Fernandez currently the fastest rider on track. The young
disappointed yesterday, as I said, he really wanted to go quicker. He said, I've got to get into gear faster. And there is the number 13 of the cup leader, Hakim Danish, who fell off at the first corner.
And look at that then. So as it stands, at last time out, which was a full second slower than Thompson, so he's not going to be catching the leaders with this sort of pace.
But he's up to 9th place, isn't he? So he's already picking up points, and any progress, the guys got it sorted out very well for keeping the fog down, and you know, they smear the screen with stuff to keep the fog down. And it looks to me, when you look at Hakim Danish, as though, you know, he isn't having any misting problems, but as you say, Matt, there's still the spray around as you pop up out of the screen.
Oh, someone's down! Who is it? It's Pugliese's gone down. Oh, dearie me. So the Italian who got his first podium yesterday, down and out this morning.
You can see that when they're down behind the screen there, they really don't have a lot of visibility, because there's water all over those screens, and not until they pop their heads up that they can really see exactly where they're going.
This is looks to be pretty smart from Danish. I mean, he could have made a bit of a daring move there, but that is the key, just sort of staying calm. You don't need to at the moment. He does now,
having missed 2 races through no fault of his own whatsoever. Well, as you say, unless you point out the fact that he really could have given Hakim more room on the first lap.
It's always a risk going around the outside at the first sort of turns, especially in these podium, but apparently not.
No, and he's hopefully can get that going again, but he's going to be right down the back of the field.
This is now the podium fight, Peter.
Yeah.
And while Danish is in 3rd, You got Morelli, Singapong and Christian Daniel Jr. all latched onto the back of him. They've seen how fast you can go in these conditions.
Danish, and Zen is trying to still get the bike going. Let's hope he can get it fired up and get underway. He's struggling with that, getting the help from the marshal. But
it was in Mugello a couple of years ago, maybe last year. Gustel, one of our rider coaches, Gustauinger, was giving one of the talks to the riders, and he said the very best riders know when to win and know when not to win, as we see Luca Agustin coming through the final turn ahead of Lucas Brown, and just goes down there, unfortunately, right in front of the Brit.
Yeah.
But yes, this is the key. You know, the likes of Carter Thompson
places, and then whatever he can pick up today.
He's just looking to his right there at one of the big TV screens that are trackside here, seeing where everybody is. He will have seen that Christian Daniel Jr. is right behind him, because he might not be able to hear us. We see Joel Pons has gone down, unfortunately. One Spaniard down, and that's a big high side coming out of that final turn. So clearly, that final turn is one of the problem corners here. If you're too eager on the gas, it will get you.
And we, of course, saw it yesterday in the dry. We had falls there, and through practice I could see a lot of guys having nasty twitches. Some fella, most didn't, but still some nasty twitches.
True, very true. This is well, it's a bit like yesterday as well. I mean, all the riders were going, oh, I wish I did this with the red flag. You can't,
yeah.
you can't really plan for these things, but the only way to really mitigate for these things is to just go as fast as you can. As we see, Da Costa's gone down, so both French riders have crashed. Da Costa, though, is out. Oh, it's another high side, though. Exactly the same. Pretty brutal images that we're seeing here.
But all these guys, fortunately, walking away from it. And great one yet, but you know, I'm sure that Brian Uriarte is going to be hating the fact that he has had to, through no fault of his own, give up 2 races and a huge points haul.
What is the betting? It's down at turns 2 and 3. He's okay trying to get it going, but he'll be really, as even Hakim goes wide then, even he can't run with his own pace. But he won't make that mistake again in the future, you like to think.
Well, that's right. Hakim, I was just going to say, I wonder what pace Hakim will run now, because surely, you know, he's got...
but he's still
but he's 9 seconds behind them. Look at this, Matt, as he gets it sideways. This is where everybody else has been having trouble, and he nearly comes undone as well. Really, you know, and look at all the stones across the track now.
But it's just where, you know, I mean, surely lap by lap.
Absolutely, and there is your race leader, Beny Fernandez, a 17-year-old Spaniard, and he's coming around. I think now he's going to be starting his last lap, just that nut, and he doesn't have any kind of slide at all. He's out onto the start and finish, and starts his last. And down goes Carter Thompson!
Carter Thompson's thrown it away!
Oh my goodness gracious me! No way, mate! No way!
Lap to go, and you're just absolutely heartbroken for him.
But Hakim Danish, 4th, 2nd place if he keeps it going.
Can you believe it? From the gravel to the rostrum once again, this time in 2nd place. 23 points in the lead. Hakim, come on, Carter, get back up and go. This is exactly, I mean, he lost it
earlier. He lost it earlier.
Oh, Carter, I mean, the bike's not too damaged. You can get back up. You got 9 seconds in hand.
It gets, as soon as he cracks the throttle, it goes sideways on him. And there's no
at least his airbag's going.
Yeah, the old Alpine Stars Tech Air suit saves him again, absolutely superbly. But my
lap.
Yeah, and he was down yesterday, as I said. He was not happy with himself. He said, I don't know what was wrong. I just wasn't feeling it. I've got to sort my head out. And he sorted his head out. He's on the last lap now and there is the race leader, the number 7 of Beny Fernandez, has rode absolutely brilliantly. He cannot believe it. He's celebrating already. He's got a clear lead. He's going to cross the line and pick up his first Rookies Cup win. Absolutely fantastic. 13. And there is Hakim Danish, another 2nd place for Hakim Danish, and a handsome cup lead for the Malaysian. Keep your fingers crossed, as you say. Yes, you're right.
Brown does get 6th.
Brown picks up 6th ahead of Ramastor for 7th.
And Alejandra Fernandez currently in 8th, but is she going to cross the line? Going to come across the line in 14th, fingers crossed.
Well, heartbreak for so many, but really, you know...